So weekly market movers allow us to find the appointment-based trades. So how do you find an appointment-based trade? That's the key to what we do. How to find appointment-based trades. We use 3 primary economic calendars, and that's always changing. I think, if anything, we're using more. But we use these economic calendars because they show the trade triggers that we want to trade, okay? Forex Factory is probably the granddaddy of them all. www.forexfactory.com. Forex Factory has been the major report that we use, the major calendar. If you look at Forex Factory, it has so much information just on the main screen. Make sure you're on calendar. Up top, you choose calendar. You can choose the date just by clicking on the date. Okay, you can easily go through the dates and see what's happening each week or what happened the previous week. They use a color code for the impact of the report. The red means it's more impactful. Orange is a little bit less impactful. And yellow, in theory, is not impactful. But take it with a grain of salt, because for some reason, the natural gas storage report gets a yellow. That, my friends, is a very impactful report, and it should be a red, okay? So you want to keep in mind, always use your head, always think outside of the box, always double check, treat trading as a business, don't make mistakes that can be avoided, and always do your research. I can't stress that more, okay? Ask questions, and the questions will get answered. There's a column here called Detail. You can click the detail, and it'll give you information about the trade. It'll give you the history, previous trades, previous dates that particular event took place, what the results were, and information about that event. Sometimes on Forex Factory, you'll see a little star. I don't see any right now. I saw some before. Let me see if I can find you one. See this little star? If you click it and there's a star, it'll usually give you an alert, a special alert, like maybe the news came out early that month, or maybe, like it says here, banks in some states don't observe the holiday and will be open. If you see a star, make sure you click on it. It'll give you extra information about the event that you're trading. Forex Factory, it lists the time, it lists the weeks. In other words, I can use Forex Factory to create my schedule for next week, or to help me create the schedule. Monday, I know for a fact that Monday is Columbus Day. It'll probably be a very slow trading day, or a slower than normal trading day. It's a Canadian bank holiday. It's a U.S. bank holiday this coming Monday. Not a lot of trading going on, not a lot of reports, but you can't just count on one calendar for all the events. I use multiple calendars. So Forex Factory, forexfactory.com is the first calendar that I use. Investing.com is a wonderful calendar. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I can't stand it because they drive me crazy with their advertising. They've been doing some things lately that's been driving us a little bit crazy with ads. On investing.com, you go to news, you go to economic calendar, and then you can scroll down and you can see the various reports, events that you might want to make an appointment in the market. They use bulls. If it's 3 bulls, it's very impactful. If it's 1 bull, it's less impactful. If it's 2 bulls, then it's more impactful. Okay, it's somewhere in the middle. So those bulls, those color codings give you an idea of events that you might want to test for market movement in your trading. Those are the way that you come up, using these calendars is the way that you come up with finding events in the market that you might want to trade. So the more calendars you look at, the more events you're going to find. We also use Econoday. And Econoday has one little trick. Let me show you Econoday's trick. Okay, econoday.com. If you go to Econoday, scroll down to upcoming global announcements. If you don't scroll down, you won't see it. And don't just click on the U.S. announcements. Click on global, because we trade the world, okay? We don't want to just trade the U.S. We want to trade the world. We want world news. We want world events. I want to know what's going on in Switzerland sometimes. I want to know what's going on in Canada. I want to know what's going on in Germany, okay? That can affect the market. That could create an event that we want to trade. One of our prime trades is a German report, okay? So you just want to be aware that Econoday is a third calendar that you can use, and I can think of 10 offhand. FX Street, any of the Forex calendars apply to what we do because they're events. They're just events that move the Forex market. They move the futures market. Remember, we trade futures, but if futures move, Forex usually moves as well. Okay? And George says not too many three bulls in investing.com. George, I'll say this. Don't let the bulls be the judge of what you're going to trade. Just find the event and do the testing on your own. That's going to tell you what to trade. I trade many single bull trades and make a lot of money trading them. So don't forget that. The number of bulls it's somewhat important, but it's not the be-all or the end-all to how you're going to make your decision. ForexFactory.com, you've got color-coded events. As we said, they're a guide. They're not always completely accurate. Use common sense and backtesting. That's the key. Backtesting the high-impact events, then medium, then low impact. Pick the trades that fit your schedule and look for reports that are released at a specific time. That's the key to what we do. Okay, so we looked at Forex Factory. We looked at investing.com. Okay, we don't have to do it again. And we looked at Econoday. All right, you get color coding on Econoday. And again, backtest the absolute important events that have a specific time. And also, it's pretty much common sense. You know that if an important GDP report is coming out, or if, and maybe you don't know, but now you're going to learn. GDP is important. CPI is important. Consumer confidence is important. Manufacturing news is important. Retail sales is important. Okay? Any of those types of events in most countries are going to have a index that's going to be moved by those reports. And why do those reports work? Why does the natural gas storage report move the market almost every single week? Why do we have a trade room for that report almost every single week? Because every Thursday at exactly 10:30, and it's almost always exactly 10:30, I can't remember when that report was released early. It's very reliable. That report comes out and it tells us how much natural gas the U.S. has on hand. It's numbered in billions of barrels. That number gets posted at 10:30, and we have a report set up in a daily market mover that tells us exactly what we're going to do when that report comes out. It tells us exactly how we might consider trading that report. So that's why these reports work. The key to understanding and being able to succeed in this method is experience and backtesting. And I'm going to show you how to do it, George, so you don't have to worry about that. We have tracked and backtested dozens and dozens and dozens of news events, market appointments, and we know which events move the market. And we're always finding new ones. And that's why the trade room is so important. If you don't come into the trade room, you're not going to know the new reports that we have found that are moving the market. And you're not going to know the right index to trade on them. Okay? Some reports move an index. Some reports move a stock. Some reports move multiple indexes. But the key is almost every event that we take part in takes 10 minutes or less. And in fact, most of them take seconds. Okay? You heard me. Seconds. An event happens, the news, the earnings, the market open, the end of the day, the market moves, and you're in and out of the trade very quickly. That's what we do. So find the trades that fit your schedule. Okay? And George, I think your name is pronounced George, so that's what I'm going to say. You do have to do the hard work. Yes, we do a lot of the testing. And yes, we tell you how the reports have been behaving. But I promise you, if you learn how to backtest and do your own testing, you will be a more successful trader because you won't need me. Ultimately, if you can find your own fish, you're a better fisherman, right? Isn't that the cliche? Well, it's really true. So take our best appointments from the weekly market mover report, but we haven't tested everything out there. Take a couple of hours each week. Find some additional trade triggers that are not on our list. They fit your schedule. Backtest them in Sim to see how much potential they have, and let us know when you find a winner. Maybe we'll make your trade our trade, and then we'll test it like crazy.